In this video, we're going to review some of the basics of Google Forms. As always, please think about how you want to use this to enhance student learning. The tool is important, but thinking how you want to use it to collect data, to grade, those sorts of things, that is important. You can see that I have a brand new form here. I always like to create from Google Drive. If you're not familiar with why I like to do that, please go back and watch the docs video. Of course, you can also go to forms.google.com, or you can select the 9-square grid and select Forms. Any of those options will get you to a form. Once you are here, you need to name your form. So I'm just going to call this one example form. And you also will want to click in this space right here to name that. Here is the area where I can add questions. There are a lot of different types of questions you can add. I'm just going to add one simple question. I'm going to add a multiple choice. Did you watch? And my options are right here. I can choose add all, yes, no, or maybe. And I can make that question required right here. I can duplicate the question. I can delete the question. Let's say that I want to add a video. This is one of the great features of Google Forms. I can add a YouTube video. I can search. So if I wanted to search for something on biology, I could do that. Alternatively, if I already know the URL, I can just paste the URL. So I'm going to select one of my pre-created videos, and I'm going to left click now and move that up here. And I'm going to call this video to watch. And now I have a video that is embedded, and I'm asking the respondents if they watch that or not. Notice that in the upper left-hand corner, upper right-hand corner, excuse me, there is a gear. The gear will take me to the settings. Here I can explore the settings. These are things you're going to want to explore before you create and send out your form. Also under presentation, you can choose how this is going to be presented, including a confirmation message that you will send to respondents. And I can choose if I want to show a link to submit another one or not. I can also show the progress bar. I'm going to click Save. Okay, so let's take a look at this basic form. Here is the eyeball right here. That's the preview. So I am going to say, yes, I watched it, submit, and now I'm going to select submit another response. And I'm going to select no, I didn't. I'm just trying to get some demonstration responses here, obviously. And then I can select maybe I watched it. So I'm going to click submit. Now, as the editor, I can always go back and edit this form by clicking the pencil right here. If I don't see that, I can always, of course, navigate back to Drive and access the form from there. Now you can see that I have responses. So once I click here, I can see the responses. There's a summary. Here is the response based on each individual question. So did I watch? Yes, no, and maybe each have one response. I also can view as an individual, and I can see each individual response, and I can toggle through them. Here is the spreadsheet button. I can create a spreadsheet by clicking there, and I can choose to create a new spreadsheet or move it into an existing spreadsheet. So let's say that I want to create a new one. It's going to create a new sheet, and then all the things you learned in sheets you can work on and complete in this new Google Sheet that you have created right here. Finally, I want to show you how to set up a Google form as a quiz. In the gear right here, there's a third tab called quizzes. And right here, I can make this a quiz. And from there, I can choose how I want to set this up. Do I want students to see the grade immediately or later after I've manually reviewed everything? And once I do this, and I probably want to explore these options as well, I can click Save. And from here, I now notice that I can uh, set up for each individual question, I can set up a point value. To do that, I need to go back to questions, not on the responses area. So on each question, I can now set up an individual point value. So notice it is now worth 0 points. But if I go into the answer key, I can change the point value and I can say yes is the correct answer, and I can select done. So now someone will have to answer yes in order to get points for that quiz. This is just scratching the surface of what Google Forms can do. Please feel free to explore Google Forms. There's so much you can do with this. This is one of the most powerful tools. I use it all the time to collect feedback, to gather data. You can use it as a grading rubric. Again, think of how you want to use this with students. Such a powerful tool. Knowing the tool is important. Knowing how to use it to transform your classroom, that's the more important aspect.